Welcome back to Sound Healing, a horse of a different color. I'm going to start out today with a little bit of a review, going back to that typical sound healing session, and put Misha on the spot today by asking her if she can recall any of those steps that I warned her she might be picking up through osmosis, of what those steps in the typical sound healing process are. Can you recall any of them?
Well, as I remember, there was an introduction, and then we went sort of right into the meat of things. Like you said hello. And then you, as part of the check-in to figure out what we should focus on, you had drawn up a square, set it into quadrants, and each quadrant reflected sort of a different part of the way we are in the world. So emotional, intellectual, physical, and spiritual.
Right. All right. And that's content. But what step would that be in the sound healing process? What am I actually doing there with you?
I think you're drawing out the beginnings of story.
Right. It's the interview process. All right. It's part of the interview process. And prior to that, I would have been doing some preparation of the healer. Yes. And then we did some saging, which would be part of setting up creative. Setting up sacred space, all right? And then we go into interviewing. And what's the main part of the interview process?
I think...
What am I looking for?
Well, you're working on helping me to feel comfortable, and then you're looking for what is the primary intention.
Yes! Magic word! Yes! Jonathan Goldman, good. We're looking for intention. And we set the intention, all right? And then what do we do?
And then we went into the session.
Yes, but I also sort of got, went into the session, but if you recall then, I did something to you before we actually started the sound healing process. I called in the spirits, part of creation of space, invoked the spirits, and then I got down on my knees and I...
Wow, I must have
okay. Grounding.
Yes.
That's great that you don't remember, because this is something we really need to stress. You've always got to ground your client. Make sure that they're in their body so that they can receive what it is that you're going to be doing with them. Okay, so we grounded, and then what did I do next? Remember? I know.
Sorry.
I got this little thing that swings on a chain out.
Oh, you circled around my chakras. Use your pendulum to douse around my chakras.
Okay, so I did a chakra check using the pendulum, using my voice, all right. And then I got into the actual sound healing piece of it. We went through all of that. When all of that was done, what happened?
I don't remember if you grounded me back in.
Yes,
I suspect you did. You
smoothed down the body. Are you here, Misha?
You were touching my legs for a long time.
Right. And then I asked for what? After you get through with a client session in terms of the sound healing part, what do you do?
Well, you asked how I felt.
Yes.
You asked me to embody a practice.
Right, and that is part of getting the client involved in their own reinforcement, which we call homework, but which is really reinforcing what went on in the session and making that come from you, so that is meaningful. So that, and then I gave a little brief synopsis of what happened for me, practitioner feedback, and then you got an assignment, or we decided together what you were going to be doing as far as reinforcement. Yes. Okay. Not too bad. That was light years away, you know.
It's amazing how 2 weeks can really feel like.
Yep.
So much as. Many things have shifted, and there's like new layers that are popping up.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yep. And that's why I take time to review and kind of say, okay, here's what we did, and here's what we're going to do.